Right. Welcome to 2.5 Takes. We're now up to episode 16. This episode is dedicated to our love for University of Oklahoma football team, whatever type of love that actually means, and the joy that we have for the Oklahoma City Thunder. During this episode, we're going to break down the pain on the prairie. We're going to look ahead to us traveling to Knoxville. And then, guys, the Thunder has half a team down, but we are 3-0 as of right now.
One of 4 teams left that are 3-0.
One of 4 teams. And since this video was just me talking for a second, now it's to all of us. I'm always welcomed by 2 great guys, Paul and Steven.
Hey.
Yo.
What's up, Sean? Having a good one.
It's been good. It's been a great weekend for me for the most part. I just, again, I look at the OU game and right when we took the lead, 26-24, I'm like, I honestly thought it was going to come down to 2 points, and I was going to be like, that flipping safety was going to be the issue.
Yeah, if they kicked a field goal or something like that to win it or something.
Yeah,
that was my biggest thing. I didn't think it was going to end up to where we were just going to fail, but I'm not going to be as detailed in the way I'm looking at it. I'm just going to be kind of just a fan as angry.
Yeah.
You were at the game, Steven. So how was the atmosphere? Did we turn it all? Was it still positive? Walking out, how did you feel?
Yeah, the atmosphere of the game, early start again, rain at the beginning of the game. So it was kind of a weird deal. I feel like ticket prices dropped drastically because of the rain, maybe. So people were a little bit afraid of having to deal with some rain. But really, I mean, they just shouldn't have season tickets. They should be revoked. But the rain drizzled a little bit the first quarter.
Impacted SEC game day a little bit, maybe.
I would say that there was a little bit there. I think probably the only thing that the rain did is just made it. The field was just muddy and you could tell that
they were slipping.
Yeah, they were guys slipping.
Yeah.
Whether it was our guys or their guys, there were people that just weren't being able to stay on their feet and everything. But the crowd was good. Kind of started dying a little bit down through the middle of the game, and then when we, with the long touchdown run that Xavier Robinson had, the crowd got back into it at that point. So
yeah,
it was loud. It was really loud, especially the loudest day game that I can remember. Whenever we kind of in that.
I know he didn't hear this. Who was the 2 announcers? Was it the old Alabama quarterback?
McElroy.
McElroy. Okay, that's what it was. I didn't know. It was McElroy and then the older gentleman. I think he's kind of bald headed. But McElroy literally said I've never been here. He said I've never been here. Or the first time was Auburn. So he made a comment about the atmosphere was incredible, especially for 11 a.m. game, especially for the Overcast guys. He was very adamant about how the crowd themselves seemed very good, at least from his standpoint.
Yeah, I thought they turned out. And we're close. Our seats are like right next to the visitor section. So a lot of times visitors will try and buy seats in our section and stuff because we're close to the visitor section. So several of the people around us sell their tickets every game. So we had.
Why do you have tickets?
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess they're making money or something. But
right.
So we had some Ole Miss fans around us. They were pretty cool. We had conversations with them, talking about them. They seemed like they were pretty impressed, excited to see us. They were disappointed that we didn't run the schooner. Because the field was would have been a mess and everything.
For sure.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so on those heavy rain games, they don't do that and everything. But so the crowd was good. I thought the atmosphere was good. It sucked walking out of there.
I feel like the pacing of the game, and my brother-in-law was texting me that, at one point he felt like OU fans were just kind of laughing because of the number of penalties. So it was like comical.
Yeah.
And and then just like the nature of the game, like the absurdity of some of the play calling at times. He's like, everyone around us was just like laughing because it was like, this is bizarre. This is one of the worst running defenses out there, and
what was our total? How many with our running back? How many runs did we have with our running back? Was it like 20 total? Because I know Mateer had
Xavier ended up with 109, but he had 65 in one run.
He only had 9 carries.
Yes. Right.
So if you take out that
66-yard run.
If you take out that run, he was still averaging over 5 yards a carry.
Right. Yeah.
So
Blaylock only ran it 6 times, and Mateer ran it 13.
So our running backs against arguably one of the worst rushing defenses only ran the ball 15 times.
I know. I don't know.
Do you think Arbuckle would state whether it impacted that? In terms of at least the way he saw everyone slipping? I guess that I'm trying to defend him because I got very angry a few times just watching him going. We've shown, especially when we end up taking the lead, I felt like once we took the lead, once again the lead back, we didn't go back to what got us the lead.
Yeah.
In the first place. You're like, what are we doing?
There were moments went and watched my son's flag football game today. And it's pretty much the same level as OU football, right? And so I'm watching and I'm looking and I see moments where like the quarterback just does not even look at one part of the field.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look. And I'm like, there are 3 wide open receivers the way that you didn't look. And I felt that so many times with Mateer where I was like, dude, you didn't even look. So it's just bizarre.
Well, that's
is that coaching? I don't know. Like, that doesn't feel like coaching.
Well,
he seemed off.
I think part of it is coaching, and I don't think this is a new thing necessarily. But we're playing better competition and better defenses, and even if so, I would say that that is coaching in the aspect of the limitations of your quarterback. So if the limitations of your quarterback is that he is not seeing the whole field, then what do? Maybe you hand the ball off. And when you're averaging 5 yards a carry plus you have a big touchdown run and you got a guy because with the long run Xavier Robinson was averaging over 12 yards a carry. So I mean you're averaging 5 to 12 yards a carry. Maybe you hand the ball off, and then that opens things up with like safeties coming down or people looking in the backfield.
At least opens it up, but also it's a situation where can we not just have a short third down? Like how many times we place ourselves in a long third and long, and it's like what? Yeah. And then and I mean, we can go to the end where I know you didn't see it unless you watched the highlights later on, but the pass to Gibson, I think on the 4th down play. Well over. This is the 3rd straight ball that was 4 or 5 yards over the receiver. So something was off with
and he's tall.
Yes. Something was off with his passing accuracy at the end of the game. I think maybe because he was forcing or whatever.
He started the game, it was something crazy. It was like 10 of 11 or something like that. And it ended.
He looked fine at the beginning. Then all of a sudden.
It was like 4 for 13 or something crazy like in the second half.
But to get to get back and have a chance, now we're back in the first down. To get the first down.
Well,
Satanian was right there.
It was Here's the thing: it was a 3rd and 5, and we threw the ball, and I think that was the first mistake.
Yeah,
it's 3rd and 5. You're going for it on 4th down because when we got the ball for that it was the next to last possession, and we were driving down the field. We got the ball. We had over 4.5 minutes left, so we had plenty of time. We could have ran the ball, and we had kind of worked our way down the field. It was 3rd and 5 and threw the ball at least 15 yards down the field on the next 2 plays when you need 5 yards.
Do you know what the first actual flummox was on play calling? Running east and west in a freaking end zone. I know it's only 2 points. It definitely doesn't change the game, but that still seemed idiotic for me. Like we got ourselves in that position. At the same time, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just in general, look at penalties that we had. They might not have been like we might not have as many yards of penalties as like say last week and some other weeks and everything, but they were the most inopportune penalties. Like in order for that safety to happen, we had a hold on the punt, and so that backed us up to the 5. Then we had a false start, which backed us up to the 2.5. You know, so say you only have the hold, your ball's on the 5. You're not snapping the ball into the end zone. So if he gets tackled, it's just a 2-yard loss instead of a safety. You know, and so it was just a really weird game. You know, the way we kind of came out, we were playing good. The defense was decent, but you know, it was. I really do think I'll say this. I think Lane outcoached Venables.
I think so.
Drastically. Defensively, we had opportunities to make plays, but then the pocket would break down, and Timothy Chalamet is good enough to run for a first down. So because that matters.
It was great.
But there was. I mean, how many long third downs did they have where he converted running the ball on a busted play?
Right.
Where we didn't contain, and that was a lot of that was in the first half. We contained him better, I feel like, in the second half.
Yes.
And kind of cut his running down, but they had several opportunities too to score where the ball was overthrown. You know, they did a little jump pass thing where the tight end kind of rolled out uncontested, overthrew him in the end zone, settled for a field goal on that possession. Several things like that, and it was just weird. Our defensive line looked good, but they didn't look dominant like they have been.
Maybe I'm being mean. Just R. Mason Thomas seems like he's not really there right now. Like I know he's affecting the game, but not in the extent of what we know he can do. And this feels like it's been consistent since Texas.
I don't know. I have such a different strata of like what I see as problems. Like he's like number 8, and so it's hard. Yes, so I think there's some truth to that, but it doesn't really make me think about it as much. Just because I'm like, now he did like at one point he lined up in an offside position.
Offsides, and he had everything went well.
Yeah, everything went well.
Well, we had like a 10-yard sack.
Yeah, which negated.
So those are just little things that
I'd say that the reason that you don't get sacks on that in this game, this type of a game and stuff, is that they are playing a lot of quick passing. You know, their quarterback's not holding on the ball. He's good. I mean, that guy's really good. He made some passes that fitting in between defenders that that don't happen a lot and everything. And so you got to give a lot of credit to Ole Miss and the way they played. You know, it was just, when we came back and we scored to take the lead, we had so much momentum and everything. And then our defense just wasn't able to hold, for them to do that. And then they scored and we couldn't do anything. And then we held them, and then we got that punt, and the punt return was Zatania. And, as he was running down, and I'm looking at it, and he cuts it in, he was like running down the sideline, and he cuts it inside. And in my mind, I'm like, why is he going inside? I didn't have a great view, but I was like, I felt like there was at least somewhat of a lane on the inside or on the outside. And if he takes it outside, then, he gets tackled, and, he still makes it to 50 or something like that. But then to hurdle a guy, and, that's fumbles happens like that. And it seems like for us, it's happening at the worst possible times.
Yeah.
It's just
the dude. I mean, the dude is obviously a freak athlete, and I mean, his speed is just so fun to watch. But yeah, you got to protect the ball.
So with this, we could. I feel like we could go on for a lot longer, but we gotta look forward to Knoxville. We're going to Knoxville with this game. I guess 2-part question. Do you think this just kills all playoff contention? And does this feel more frustrating like Texas, or is this more just disappointing?
I mean, I feel better about this game by far than I did Texas, because I think that
we were in this game.
Yeah, and I think Ole Miss is way better than Texas, and I think Ole Miss might be, I think they're in the top 3 to 4 of the SEC.
If we don't make any mistakes, we don't get a safety, we execute just a little bit better, and let's say we beat Ole Miss, Alabama loses to South Carolina. Like, those are the things. Like, the margin is just so thin that we would be sitting here, and we would have a very different perspective. And I mean, it's just fascinating to me.
Yeah, but it's been the thing with Brent Venables' tenure for the last 4 years is that, like, look at his first year. I think we lost 5 of our 6 games during the regular season were by less than a touchdown.
It was even smaller than that. I think it was crazy.
Yeah, several of them were
3 to 4 points.
3 points and stuff. So at a certain point, you're like, surely this has to have to turn around for us. But at the same time, is it a coaching issue, or is it, this team doesn't know how to win? I mean, we remember growing up, there'd be, if we lost 2 games in a season, we were mad.
No doubt.
And now we're...
No doubt. And SEC is going to beat that out of us a little bit. Yeah. But I know that the NCAA football season is not the same as NBA basketball. But I like to kind of do the comparisons where it's like, okay, you had Scotty Brooks in his tenure, and then you have Billy Donovan come in. So, Stoops and Scott Brooks, and then you have Billy Donovan and Lincoln Riley, and then you have Brent Venables and Mark Daigneault. So I'm like, Brent Venables is a good do they give Venables the time that they've given Mark Daigneault?
I think they've given him
to build a squad, to recruit, to actually see something through, which could be true. Yeah. What you said could be true. I'm just like, I don't know.
He's proven it on the defense. I think we're all supposed to say, he has made a defense that was Grinch defense to now this defense. But to me, it seems like he is not. Now, he was not recruiting versus a Lincoln Riley offense. But I feel like his offense, we just did basically a flip. We were fantastic with our offense through the Baker, Kyler, Hurts years.
Insane.
And the defense was like, please God, just don't let him score 45 points.
So Andy texted me towards the end of the game, and he said, it's sad and frustrating because it feels like we're wasting a championship defense.
Which is what we did.
Just like in 2017.
We wasted a championship offense.
We wasted a championship offense.
We can't get that. We can't get the one. Just give us. We just want 1 year. We just want 1 year where we have both the same time.
We want a Thunder year. I mean, right?
Back to back.
Best and everything. Yeah.
So
soon.
So I look at it and I'm like, I don't know. Whenever Brent came in, I think he wanted to keep Joe John Finley and DeMarco and Beebo and all these guys to keep consistency on the offensive staff and everything. But I don't know if that's the case anymore. I don't know if we need some new blood when it comes to offensive staff, and I don't know if Arbuckle got a chance to hire his own guys.
Before we bump to the next part, we're talking about emotionally as fans. Do you what is your greatest fear as an OU fan when you look at the landscape of the SEC? I look at there's different tiers, right? You've got Alabama, Georgia, and it feels like maybe Ole Miss is in that tier. And then I feel like you've got Missouri, OU, who else? Some other two.
I don't want to be Arkansas.
That's what I'm saying. So then below that, you've got, or maybe South Carolina. I don't know. But then you've got Arkansas, Mississippi State, A&M's up at the top right now. They're playing great. But where do you feel OU is in Texas. We didn't say Texas, but like in those tiers, you know.
So, like perennial being, you know, an 8 or 9 win team, but never doing anything.
I feel like that's probably what it is.
I mean, like, think about it. Like,
unless you get a Hall of Fame coach, or
it's been 25 years since OU won the national title in football. When we won it, the last time I was a sophomore in high school when we won it, and it was the longest. Up to that point, it had been the longest tenure that we had gone without winning the national title since like from like 56 to 74.
Wait,
yeah.
And we won it in 85.
Yes.
Won it in 85.
I'm sorry. I tried. Yeah. I'm here now.
So it was like 15 years there. It's been 25 years now.
That's bad.
So I'm looking at this and I'm like, in my lifetime, are we not going to win? Are we not going to win a national title?
Maybe.
If you would have asked me that 5 years ago, I would have said, sure, yeah, definitely we're going to win a national title. I don't know if I believe that now.
The way the NCAA, it's not like this year. Ohio State's one of the only undefeated teams, and I do not believe they would go into the SEC in London. I do not believe Indiana would go into the SEC. I don't think Indiana beats Vanderbilt, and so it's a situation of it's going to be more difficult. It's kind of like we're talking about NCAA, NBA. With the NBA, people are, I do think we go back to back and talk about this, but a lot of people are going, no, it's never going to happen again. You're never going to have 3 or 4 years, or you're not going to pull a dynasty. Well, Thunder will. But with the NCAA, I don't think you're going to get a Nick Saban Alabama anymore. Even Smart at Georgia, I don't think that's there. And so that's a good thing for fans,
right?
But that's also making it much more difficult for us. And I honestly don't think the track we're on. What makes it a little more nerve-wracking is we're now looking at going, okay, do we replace the head coach at some point? If this continues to go the way we're hoping it doesn't. But do you replace the head coach? If not, he's going to take over the defense. That means you have to kind of fully redo and let Arbuckle say, all right, we believe you can do this. Let's let your vision spill through all the way. But we're also losing the main key of everything at OU. We're losing our
Josie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not nerve-wracking?
I mean, Josie has done so much for a lot of the sports. I don't know that he's done a lot for football.
Oh, now it's a fun argument, and I'm probably here for it. I completely understand. It's more of a let's let the audience go. Why? Are we saying because it's been 25 years?
No, I think because I think Josie has. I like Josie as an athletic director, but he cares more about money than about other things. And there's been things that have just made me scratch my head over and over. Like we rebuilt the east side of the stadium in like 2002. Redid the south end zone stuff, or the locker room and everything. Shortly after that, we've redone the south end zone, and then we finally tore down the south end zone and redid the locker room and everything. We've done that like 4 times. So my question is, how much money did he spend on that? Whenever he could have been spending it on something else. I don't know exactly, what it would do, but
that makes sense.
There's so many things that come to fan interaction that Josie has done that really frustrate me as a fan that isn't fan friendly. So I feel like the goal in the future is to build more suites. As a college football fan, why do I want suites? Who sits in suites? People that don't cheer loud.
Corporation.
Yeah. Who sits on the south end zone at OU? People that don't sit in their seats. It was rainy. People went in the Bolero Club instead of sitting out there cheering.
So I'm gonna plug another Instagram account.
Sorry.
The padded seat. I've sent you all this before.
Okay.
English folk sits there and goes to. I'll go to Everton. I'll go to Chelsea. I'll go to United, and he'll buy the most expensive tickets and get all the things. I didn't realize, but so you're in their private VIP section. You're eating all the crumpets and whatever else they do.
Yes, only
tea. Only crumpets.
That's it. And tea.
That's it. But what? Sorry.
But, like a spot of tea. Everybody's got to do their best.
Yeah.
15 minutes prior to kickoff, they shut the window off. They make you go to your seat. You cannot stay in there unless you don't watch the game. I know it's simplistic. Like that's kind of a weird thing. But I would like the idea of something where you paid for this ticket.
You get your
butt out there.
You get your nice food and everything before the game, and then you got to go to the game.
Right.
If you want to go drink a scotch while you're rooting for OU, fine. Sit in your seat and drink your scotch. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I get that. When you were talking, it did make me think. I saw a tweet, and it was like, I'm happy for this, but I'm also very disgusted. And it was the new padding for the North and South. And there's like sponsors all over it.
I pointed it out at the game.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, it looks like we didn't have to pay for the padding. Thank you, Devin.
Thank you, Phillips. Yeah, it's like
thanks, Redeemer Church.
A little bit of quarter there.
Regroup development.
I marked it. I wrote it in with a Sharpie.
Yeah,
it was the same thing of like, you couldn't just buy padding.
Yeah,
and just put it up there. You had to
put some padding on
label on there.
Well, I mean, it's like everything for sale. I mean, that's the reason that we have, 45 minutes of commercials, and they come and the media complains about games taking so long, and you're sitting there and you're like, we punted the ball and they went to commercial,
right?
And then there was a 3 and out and another punt, and we went to another commercial,
dude.
Or if it's a turnover, they're like, "Oh, go to commercial immediately."
Yeah.
We've beat a dead horse. The thing is now buried.
Yeah.
We're going to Knoxville. These are kids. We are at least a decade older than these kids.
Maybe more.
At least a decade. I'm being nice. Being very nice. We're older than these kids. So how are they?
Technically, they could be your kids.
If that would have been a whoopsie, yes.
18-year-old kids. I mean, I'm 41, man.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Wow.
So these children, mentally, is this something that they can come back from? I hope so.
We lost to Texas, went on the road to South Carolina and took care of us. And I know that Knoxville is going to be different. Tennessee's a good team. The environment's different for sure. But I still think that we've traveled okay outside of Texas.
Yeah.
So, but you guys know me. I mean, I'm always hopeful. Like Josh Heupel came in and beat us last year. I would love to go in and just smash him in the mouth. You know what I mean? Just take care of business.
For you, is this a must-win?
Yeah. I mean, because it goes back to our emotional check that we did earlier. Like, where are we seated as a fan base and as a club, as a team? Are we like mid-tier in perpetuity? Winning a game like this puts you right back up. Because I think that the playoff chances, if we lost the game, which we did on Saturday, our playoff chances were like 23%.
Yeah, they said that. Yeah.
That's not terrible. I mean,
it's still there.
There's a ton of games left, like a ton of games where people beat up on each other. And if Indiana loses to some team, if Ohio State loses to some team, I mean, again, it's just kind of wide open. So yeah, I am hopeful, tempered. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's a must-win.
Must-win for
us.
Are you saying must-win for
playoffs?
Venables to keep his job, or for playoffs?
For both.
Okay.
I think this is. I think this is going to be our most difficult game for the rest of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we're at home.
We're at home
Georgia?
we're at
Bama.
We've got
Bama. You say Georgia.
We're away for Bama. We have Missouri,
LSU,
and
LSU's
for home.
So, now that you're saying it out loud, especially at the South Carolina game, Alabama looks beatable.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Alabama. Okay, so what is our biggest struggle? I think our biggest struggle is scoring points. And I think Tennessee can score points. Tennessee scored points on, really, Ole Miss and Tennessee both scored points on Georgia. Georgia may not be as good as they have been previously, but they may not have been as good as they have been previously, but they're still good.
We only dropped to 18? Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Yeah.
Guys,
we're even better.
Let's start over. No, okay, keep going.
Hold on. So how do you feel now?
So I look at Tennessee, and I look at a team that can score points.
Yeah.
And if we have to keep up with them, that's where we run into problems.
Hopeful guy right here, right?
Okay.
Do y'all know Kentucky's record? The overall record. What's
overall, are they?
Couldn't even say.
We've played what? They played 8 games.
7 games.
7 games. So they're
3-4.
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
2-5. What are they in the SEC?
1.
Oh,
They've won 1.
0-5.
0-5.
0-5. Okay.
They put 34 points on Tennessee's team. So I'm just like, teams are beatable, dude.
Can you tell me how many they scored on Kentucky?
Hold on. How many points
56.
How many points did Mississippi State put on Texas?
I don't know. I want to know.
That was this week, right? 38. 38.
Yeah. How many?
38.
Oh my!
What is Mississippi State's record in the SEC?
Oh no! Are they 0-5? 0-4.
Okay.
Neat.
So this is what we call the fallacy of, comparing teams when you're playing.
We beat Washington, which Washington beat somebody else, so that means we should beat that team. Yes, that makes sense.
I can't even think. There's actually like a word that they use. I can't remember what the term is, but like thinking that we can score 34 on Tennessee, just because Kentucky did.
It has been 2 years. We have not scored more than 26 points.
Yeah,
it's adjusted in the last 2 games.
Yeah, in the
SEC
versus Power 4 teams. Which we used to score 30 or 26 in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was like a low scoring game.
Yeah.
So I think this is our hardest game. If we can pull it out, I'm going to be super, super hopeful for the rest of the year.
Of course, yeah.
If we lose it close, I'm not going to be crazy disappointed, I don't think.
Yeah.
If we lose it big, I'm probably...
We're not in the pod.
I'm the bleach or something.
What's that guy like?
It's like he's throwing himself off the back.
That's so fun.
No, it's fine.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So what is... Okay. No, I'm not even gonna go there. We're gonna do well. We're gonna win.
Oh, crap.
Okay, so
everything's
are we for prediction wise? Because we're 42 minutes in, and we have beaten a dead horse a lot of times. I think we're all hopeful. Tennessee's going to be definitely difficult, especially at Knoxville.
Yeah.
But I looked it up. I was actually diligent this time. I messed up last week.
Yeah.
So Cincy, Utah, that is game day. There's also, there's also a couple other games, but the bigger game is, I think, Texas. Vandy. And I didn't want to talk about Texas.
No, we're not picking that.
No. I'm going to say Vandy's going to win. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But are we good with picking Cincy, Utah?
Let's do it, man.
Sounds fun. It's either Cincy, Utah, or it's OU, Tennessee. Those are the two.
Okay. And I went back. I actually deleted our information, so I went back and listened to it. Paul, you said 31-7. Steven, you said
stand by it.
24, 24-14.
It's not my fault.
I picked 31-10
for the OU game.
For the OU game. And
of course, we all picked.
Yeah, and we all picked Vandy 28-24, 31-21, and 27-13 versus Missouri. I don't remember the score of that game, but I know we all Vandy won.
It was
pretty handily.
It was it 21-14 or something, or 20, or was it like?
Hey, if it was 21-14, I win that one. I get like 4 points, right?
Yeah,
I need it.
Real quick, but yeah, so we all won.
Yeah, they won 17-10.
17-10, okay. So yeah, that was
still close.
That's pretty good.
Oh, Memphis and Rice are playing. Sorry, guys. Okay.
What is the current spread right now for Cincy? Sunday night. I love all this. Okay, here we go.
Oh, late start.
7.5. Utah 7.5.
Because it's at Utah.
It's at Utah. Didn't Utah get demolished by Tech when they played? It wasn't even a game. Like they were close until the fourth quarter, and then Tech was like, "Oh yeah, we played 4 quarters."
I'm not gonna lie. I think I've watched.
I didn't watch it.
20 minutes of Big 12 football this year.
It's all Oklahoma State getting throttled.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sad. It's hilarious.
Stuff, man. End of an era.
Sad for those people.
Those banana fans.
Yeah.
Picks? Let's go first.
I'm gonna go Utah 24, Cincy 17.
1.5. Over under is 57.5. You said 24-17?
Oh yeah.
31-28 Utah.
31-28.
It'll be a close game.
Yeah, I think it'll be close.
31-28 Utah. Screw it, I'm going Cincy.
Not so fast, my friends.
Let's go.
There will be a generation that won't understand that reference.
Yeah.
And that makes me kind of sad.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cincy. I'm going to go Cincy 31-28.
I'm here for it. That's exactly.
Sure.
So, we're done with the sad portion of this podcast, guys.
That's right.
Yeah.
The next 45 minutes,
hey,
we're going to just be excited because the champions of 2025 tipped off. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was really kind of depressed. I was in Midland, Odessa at a hotel room, which was $800. Also.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, hotel room, $800.
Oh my gosh.
Fine. I was sitting in a hotel room watching the ring ceremony, which was beautiful. The rings are beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought they were a little gaudy.
It all tracks the NBA so much.
When we renew our vows, you walk.
I need that one.
You can just give me the inside one. I don't need the whole thing, but
just give me the banner and hang it up.
Just give me the box.
Sean Sierra.
Yeah.
Renewal, whatever.
Speaking of which, we need to get one for. Did
you see every single person that went to that game got a mini banner?
Yeah. Yeah, one of my coworkers has it hanging in her office.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Oh no, it's gone.
Oops. What happened?
Man.
I'll take that.
Oh man.
No, but it was great. So if you are following along, we are at this point 3-0.
Massive.
And we have half of our team is gone.
Like I said earlier, we are one of 4 teams that are 3-0, that's kind of wild to me.
Just thinking from the beginning of the season, so we're, without Jalen Williams and
J-Dub.
Yeah, J-Dub, the J-Dub. Just not having him and other guys stepping up and taking charge and
who stepped up
in ways
in your eyes?
I mean, AJ, right?
AJ Mitchell's.
AJ and Chet to me are both like right now. Shea is Shea.
Let's look at the first game. Shea did not have a good. 3/4.
Shea to me felt like he was,
or he was kind of sitting back.
I want to say Andrew talked about this, but Shea felt very. Everyone else needs to be involved, and then finally at the end he's like, "All right, I'm gonna take this over."
They didn't really list this on the injury report, but every single player had finger strain. Did you hear about this? And so, they didn't report that, but obviously an issue. So you had to just consider that the weight of it.
They didn't.
Sorry,
the weight of the moment.
Yeah,
the weight of the.
Anyways,
like nobody walked over.
But yeah, slow start for Shea.
Nobody had him kiss the ring.
I also did love. First off, can we talk about NBC?
Such a good production.
Fantastic.
Basketball.
Well, did you also love how they had Jalen come in? So after the ring ceremony, right before the tip off, they had Jalen. The 3 people talking to him
don't have rings.
Are great. Like we would all assume they're Hall of Famers. And they all the faces, like they took a screenshot of the faces, and they all looked like you and all, the 3 of us would look, going, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So that first game was cool because of the banners going up, the rings are going up, and then the beginning of the game, they're doing the call, the introduction of the
Adams.
So Steven Adams comes out, they're like, Steven Adams.
Standing ovation.
And it's just cheers, and I love it that they were back to back because it's like on cheers and everything. And then it's like Kevin Durant.
Dude, did you see Steven Adams boot him?
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, I love him. I love him so much.
And that's like he was sitting out there when they were doing the ring ceremony.
Oh yeah,
him and Jeff Green.
Yeah, for sure.
Serge Ibaka was there at the game. Several other players
were there.
And Nick Collison, obviously. But
beautiful thing.
Just to have them there and everything. And we should have won off of a technical foul from Durant calling the timeout.
He was clapping his hands.
Was it game 1 or game 2 that Shea had 55? Game 1.
Game 1.
Game 2.
Game 1?
I can't remember.
Oh, he's had so many.
He had 90 points.
Overtime games. Yeah. Crazy.
Two double overtime games. From the
first time in NBA history that has happened.
Just setting records. That's what we do.
My heart couldn't. We have a massive thread, and just I'm driving back that Thursday night again.
Sorry, Mallory. By the way, she's like, I'm dropping this.
And I was like, stop it.
She's like, leave.
Yeah. Like, where'd she go?
Oh,
I need to ask her about that. I forgot to ask.
No, I'm sitting there driving on I-44, just trying to, hauling.
Taryn went to bed before the overtime because she was so stressed. And I was like, come on, man.
And did she wake up to 500?
She did. She had 80 texts. But that's your fault, man. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, team chemistry is just great. It just seems like all these guys love playing for each other, not just with each other. You can
see it.
And
they're willing
good coaching too.
Yeah, good coaching.
He's not afraid to be like, you know what? Let's see. Barnheiser, get in there.
Barnheiser, Youngblood. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like
Warner goes, that's his name? I was like, it is.
that is on a birth certificate. Uh-huh. Yep. It's great. Hey. Speaking of, okay, so it does sound kind of silly. So, I know that's not our Silly Goose, but we have a new segment. Because why not? And it's called our Silly Goose segment.
The Paul's Silly Goose of the Week or whatever.
Yeah. We'll keep messing around, but yeah, I like Paul's Silly Goose.
And my hope is that the Silly Goose will vary from extremely ordinary things that happen to us in daily life, also with big things that happen in the NBA or OU football or NFL, whatever it is, like just a big thing that happened. But this past week, I'm sure you heard about some of the arrests that were made within the NBA. Okay.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So, my biggest Silly Goose of the week is Chauncey Billups. Because you're a Hall of Famer. You are actually coaching a team that is like rebuilding in many ways. You've made a ton of money. You're on a big contract. Why? Why cheat people at poker games? Like what I'm trying. So the silly thing for me is like, it's that's not fun, right? Like cheat, like that's not fun at all. And how silly do you have to be at this point to think that when you have that kind of high profile job, that someone's not going to
rat you out, or something?
So to me, he's the silly goose of the week. No, I think there's going to be more guys named. I think this is a big deal. It bothers me that ESPN is not covering it more than they are because, I mean, they're a big massive corporation.
The FBI is indicting,
Windhorse did come out, I think maybe on his podcast. He came out and was like,
big deal.
Yeah, the NBA knew. On March 20...
Of 23.
Yeah, of that March.
When
like,
Rozier
the day after Rozier made that massive... Because even all the bettors were like, nobody gives a damn about this guy, and there are $200,000 just being dropped left and right
on this
one guy on the under. Come on,
he's still making. Did you see that?
They're still paying him.
Yeah. He's on leave.
26
million.
No,
he's still. On
okay, what makes you more mad? What makes you more frustrated? He's getting paid $26 million, or Brian Kelly getting fired making $54 million?
Him getting $26 million.
Yeah.
I just had to say,
like, Brian Kelly at least earned his spot to get fired.
What?
Yeah.
Where? Notre Dame. You understand?
Oh, come on.
I mean,
what did he do at Notre Dame? Did he get smoked by Alabama when he went in the finals?
I mean, a lot of people got smoked by Alabama.
It wasn't illegal. It wasn't illegal.
Thank you.
We'll go back to that. We'll go back to that.
But yes.
I mean,
26.
we won't talk about.
Breaking news.
Yeah, I mean, did you know that a kid died?
Oh, at like a practice or something like that?
Yeah, like he had like a guy that was taking film on a skylift when the winds blew it over and the kid died. During
was that him or maintenance fault?
I don't remember that in Rudy. Was that?
That was right before they. That was right after they stole the play like a champion sign from the.
Oh,
we've lost.
No, I'm very mad about that.
We've lost.
Anyways, Silly Goose. We'll come back with another one next week. So,
we usually upset a different country. Now we're upsetting Notre Dame.
Stop cheating.
Yeah.
Or stop paying people when they've done wrong.
Stop letting athletes bet on games. That is crazy.
They just now are allowing administration and college.
College administration people.
And so a part of the programs can now bet.
They can bet. They can bet on sports, but they can't bet on. I don't think they can bet on their college. I think there's differences in what. Yeah, well, I mean,
so Patty Gasso can bet on.
I'd bet on her all day.
She could bet on like NBA, but she can't.
The second betting start. I will say real quick.
Well, the thing is,
why is gambling such a shun? Why are we so against this?
I think that, like, to me, my dad said something to me that I thought was super wise when I went to Vegas with him, probably in like 09, 2010, something like that. I've only been twice, and we talked about this flying out there. He was like, when you go to a place like that, or you're gonna spend money on gambling or betting or something, have a budget. And so that's your entertainment. It's your entertainment, recreation.
Yes.
And my dad has always been upfront of like, this is what I've budgeted to play. Sometimes you do great, sometimes you lose all that, but you paid that for the entertainment value. And that's always been super helpful for me and Taryn. Like when we've gone, is like, okay, here's $200 for the trip. Let's do it.
I think the biggest thing that I look at whenever it comes to sports betting, specifically sports betting, is that, like, especially if you allow athletes to bet and to gamble, is like, say you're a college basketball player and you're betting on the NBA and you are betting with you're betting with money that's not yours, whatever, and you get into debt, like with the mafia. Not so far-fetched, right? And so then the mafia is coming to you to collect. So how do they collect that money? You didn't ever bet on basketball or bet on yourself or anything like that. So how does the mafia get you to repay them? By shaving points? By throwing the ball away like in the most random ways?
By subbing your two best players who are on the highest scoring
Great
with
point.
like 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, there's all these things that come into debt, and even if it's not, like, that's the thing, even if it's not sports betting debt, the biggest thing with sports betting debt is that there is the mafia behind it a lot of times, and or a bookie that's not on the up and up.
Warner will listen to like the Zach Lowe podcast with me sometimes, and it's every time he's like, "This is so weird that they have to give these disclaimers because they're all sponsored by betting companies, and then they have to give these disclaimers of like, hey, if you're addicted, like." And Warner's like, "It just feels weird," and I'm like, "It is weird, absolutely."
So Ivan Toney, he plays for a team.
Was he Sunderland
over in England, Brentford?
Brentford.
Him and Mbumo was really good.
Mm.
So
you got a boo boo? What did you say?
Mbumo. I'm great, man. So, literally on the front of their jerseys was I bet, and he got busted for betting.
Classic.
It's like
you're like, how do you?
He's like, I thought this was a safe place.
Mike Greenberg, Greeny on ESPN.
Oh yeah.
While he's like, I mean, he is adamant. I will tear everything down. Yeah, he's furious.
Across the top.
ESPN bet. And you can see it slowly goes away, like 20 seconds. You're like, I wonder, I would love to fly on the wall.
It's like ESPN bet.
It was literally ESPN bet. And you're like, guys, no one talked about this prior.
I'm pretty sure during before we started taking advertising money from
staff.
That's true.
Or just during staff that morning. I'm like, man, what should I not and
what should I not talk about?
Or what do you want me to put up on the prompter? Oh, you don't want me to put that? I won't. No one talked about that? Hey, guys, we have a story about betting.
Maybe we should.
Should that be there?
Insane.
It's just funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, we're 3-0.
Yep.
And
coming in.
Yeah, before we look at there's 4 games this week. So before we actually meet again, Sunday, we will be at the Mavs, and then we're going to be back at home 3 games straight. Kings, Wizards, Pelicans. Which should be Mavs will be very tough. Yeah, that could be a loss.
Will it?
They're 1-2.
We're losing. We have a lot of players out.
Yeah, that's right.
So it could be a loss, or we could be 7-0.
Dub could be back.
Whatever. Not soon.
How much? Really?
What do you know that I don't know?
Andrew Schleck said he's not thinking long.
Okay.
He said it could be next week. Could be 2 weeks.
Yep. Have the Mavs already started the Fire Nico chants?
Dude, I respect their fan base for that.
Oh, man.
It's so funny.
It's got to never stop.
I know.
That's the pity I like. That's the type of
it's
pity
pretty funny.
Talk about
Adam Silver, man.
Sorry. Okay.
Me no likey.
So I did have there was a hot take prompt.
Oh, let's go.
Once everyone is back healthy, in terms of the fun.
Yeah.
What would cause us not to win at all?
So the Spurs are 3-0. Okay. I think that Wembanyama is a freak.
Is he good?
So I think he's a freak. So that is I'm telling you, that is the only thing in my noggin right now that gives me pause. Is if the Spurs are playing great basketball, he's a game changer. Like he's an actually
I think about him and
no go.
I think about him and I think about Jokic.
Sure.
Like those two guys. I mean, Jokic he's kind of unguardable when he wants to.
Unless you put Caruso on Game 7.
Yeah, save all the concussions for him.
So, like, is Wemby that type of player? It's like he's gonna get his, So you got to step everybody else.
I'm not afraid. Like I'm not afraid of anybody. I just think that what's the question? What would cause us not to win at all? I think those could be causes.
Yeah.
I still think we're winning.
Yeah.
I still think we're better. I think we're younger. I think we're better coached.
81-1, whatever.
Dude.
I don't know. The only thing I think Jokic's brother, that might be the only thing.
That's true.
The mafia-looking dude?
Yeah.
Dude.
Riding on his horse.
You don't mess with Eastern Europeans.
No.
All right. So, prediction-wise, is there a specific game you want to pick? Or are we just going to do, because there's so many games, do we just want to do, like, record-wise? This is something new for us. So, do you want to do, like, for the week?
Yeah, maybe we just do that.
That makes it a little easier. Because we're not going to be like, 122 to 86.
Right. You're saying do record? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, so for the 4 games, again, one more time, Monday at Mavs, Tuesday Kings. So our first back-to-back, fun fact, the Mavs played tonight, so they're actually going to be on a back-to-back second night. So that will help us a little bit. And then we're going to go back home, come back home. Oh, yeah. Kings. I have no idea who plays for the Wizards. Couldn't name one person. Gun to my head. And then the Pelicans. You have Zion.
Middleton. Chris Middleton plays for the Wizards. But that's the only one I didn't even know that. I think you should.
Was that when he went from the Bucks?
When he got traded, he was probably like, what? Guys,
how dare you?
You said
from the Bucks to.
Oh man, that's
okay.
I'll go 4-0.
Yeah, I would be. I feel like I would be a goober to not just say 4-0.
We're all there. Yeah. We will lose a game at some point. I don't think it's right now.
No,
I don't think so either.
No. Awesome. Any other things we want to talk about real quick? Any points you want to make?
Man, college football is just crazy. Coaches fired all over the place. Like,
yeah,
I look at OU and we gotta keep BV. I think he's got to win a couple more this year. If we can get to 8-4, I think it's a no question that he's staying around. If we only get to 7-5, I think it's questionable. But at the same time, there's a lot of good schools that are going to be looking for coaches this break, and it's hard. Like, how do you it's kind of a situation where give Brent one more year, give Arbuckle another year as the offensive coordinator. Maybe Mateer comes back. I don't know, and that's my kind of feeling is that with all the coaches that are getting fired, it's just crazy to me how they're getting fired in the middle of the year. And like how do you kind of got to stick with it and
it seems reckless.
Give your guy a chance to make changes that need to happen. So it's kind of weird.
I'd be shocked if OU let go of Venable here. I'd be shocked.
Well, I definitely don't think.
I don't see that.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
But
awesome.
That's it.
Yeah. Anything on you?
I'm good. Feel great.
Well, like always, guys, we appreciate you listening to 2.5 Takes. You're sticking through us with 16 episodes so far. If you enjoyed the episode, there's a little like button.
Hit that like and subscribe.
Please. It helps. Analytics. I read it and I'm like, people like us.
Listen to it out loud at work.
Like, what is that? And then just blare it out.
Yeah.
There's 2.5 Takes. And be excited. But yeah, whatever. Seriously, though, you can like and subscribe. In the description, you'll find where you can find us on all of our socials. It'll be good. So, thanks, guys.